Imagine uttering just two words that instantly define a character for generations. Words that weren't even in the script. That's the magic of cinema. And it's exactly what happened with one of the most iconic lines in Batman history. But wait, did you know this legendary moment almost never existed? Let's dive into the story behind it and uncover why it still echoes through pop culture today. Hey there, I'm thrilled to share some insights from Ryden Scarnato, a dedicated staff writer at CBR who's all about celebrating the stories we love. Ryden pours his heart into exploring pop culture with a genuine passion. Think Jedi Knights, wizards, and superheroes galore. His journey started young, binge-watching films like Star Wars and Harry Potter, poring over DVD extras, catching midnight screenings with his dad, and devouring the original comic books. As his fascination with movies and TV grew, so did his knowledge of the industry, keeping him on top of the latest buzz. At CBR, Ryden's articles shine a light on the artistry behind these tales, and he's always grateful to be part of the crew. You can catch up with him on X, formerly Twitter, at @Ryden Scarnato. Give him a follow for more fun discussions. No hero has reinvented himself on screen quite like Batman. From the fun, over-the-top Adam West series in the 60s to the gritty, intense world of Matt Reeves' 2022 film, Batman's adapted brilliantly across different eras. And with DC Studios juggling two major franchises, one led by Reeves' Elseworlds tales and the other a fresh DCU reboot, this shape-shifting trend shows no signs of stopping. Despite all these changes, some elements stick around, passed from one creator to the next like a cherished heirloom. Back in 1989, Tim Burton revived Batman for the big screen with a bold new vision that flipped the script on the TV show's campy style. This wasn't just a remake. Burton drew from the darker comic arcs like The Dark Knight Returns, Year One, and The Killing Joke, making Batman more serious and brooding than ever. He added fresh twists that cemented the film's place in history, including what became Batman's most unforgettable line. Though, spoiler alert, it very nearly got scrapped. Michael Keaton takes the spotlight for Batman's signature line. The 1989 Batman flick hit it out of the park with elements that wowed audiences back then. Picture Gotham City's Gothic architecture and that sleek Batmobile, still hailed as one of the vehicle's coolest designs. Danny Elfman's score, a timeless tune that's tough to beat. And right from the start, Keaton's debut as Batman set a powerful tone, forever changing how we see the character. Now, casting Keaton, who was known for comedies like Mr. Mom, sparked a real firestorm of criticism. Fans doubted he could pull off the Dark Knight. But Keaton proved them wrong, delivering a performance that silenced the doubters. As he reflected in a 2024 interview, he was surprised by the offer and leaned on his rapport with Burton from Beetlejuice to make it work. "Tim picked me for a reason," he said, "and it was a gutsy choice that paid off." One of Keaton's very first lines as Batman became his most legendary. "I'm Batman." Sure, he had other punchy ones like, "You wanna get nuts?" But that simple declaration stands out as the ultimate recognition factor. Here's the twist most people miss. It wasn't scripted. Originally, the line was meant to be, "I am the Knight." But Keaton felt it just didn't click. So in the heat of the moment, he improvised. And boom, cinematic gold. Why does it work so well? Early on, Batman was this enigmatic, almost supernatural figure in the comics. And the line amplified his intimidating aura, putting fear into villains without a single punch or bullet, since he avoids killing. Keaton's opening scene, taking down thugs and rescuing a kid from a tragic fate, is widely regarded as one of the best Batman introductions ever, and that ad-lib elevated it to epic heights. We owe Keaton big time for that spontaneous genius. But here's where it gets controversial. Is Keaton really the sole creator of this line? A different tale from Batman's producer. While Keaton's the hero in most retellings, producer Jon Peters has a wild story of his own. Peters, known for his quirky ideas in DC projects, like pitching Nicolas Cage as Superman battling a giant spider, an idea that popped up in later films, claims in the documentary Death of Superman Lives, What Happened, that the original line was way more edgy. "I'm Batman, motherfucker." He argued it suited the movie's grittier tone and could even appeal to kids on a rebellious level. But Warner Brothers allegedly nixed the swear word for the final cut. Now, is Peters' version true? It's hard to say. Accounts lean toward Keaton's on-set improv, sans profanity. Some even suggest Keaton just blanked on the script and blurted out "I'm Batman" instead. This discrepancy sparks debate. Was it pure creativity, a forgotten line, or a Hollywood myth? What do you think? Who gets the credit, and does the colorful origin make it more or less legendary? How other Batman stories have twisted the classic phrase. Burton's Phil left an indelible mark, and that famous line has inspired countless riffs in the Batman universe. Since 1989, projects have reimagined it in fun ways. Batman, the animated series, echoed the original intent with Kevin Conroy's booming "I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman" in an episode called Nothing to Fear. George Clooney lightened it up in Batman Robin for a showdown with Mr. Freeze. In Batman Beyond, Terry McGinnis declares it boldly in the pilot as he starts his vigilante path. Christopher Nolan snuck it into Batman Begins, 2005, tying it to Batman's roots when he collars Carmine Falcone. Christian Bale's gravelly voice made it feel even more menacing. Robert Pattinson's 2022 Batman skipped the exact phrase, but echoed it with "I'm vengeance," hinting at his journey's beginning. From voice actors to live-action stars, this line keeps evolving, letting performers showcase their take on the Caped Crusader. As Batman leaps across more mediums, it'll likely stick around, offering endless chances for iconic deliveries. This improvised line highlights the unpredictable magic of filmmaking. It's not just about scripts, it's about those spur-of-the-moment sparks. And "I'm Batman" isn't alone. Think of Robert Downey Jr.'s ad-libbed "I am Iron Man" in 2008, which roared back powerfully in Avengers Endgame. Both are confident declarations that capture the essence of their characters, proving how off-the-cuff brilliance can define a franchise. Despite the initial backlash over his casting, Keaton became a fan-favorite Batman, even reprising the role in The Flash to deliver that iconic line again. Sometimes the best movie moments happen by accident, and Keaton's 36-year-old ad-lib still inspires impersonations and keeps Batman alive in our culture. For beginners wondering about improvisation in films, it's when actors or directors deviate from the written script to make a scene feel more natural or impactful. Think of it as jazzing up a recipe on the fly. Do you side with Keaton's version of the story, or does Peters' wild claim intrigue you more? Should improvised lines like this be celebrated or questioned for their authenticity? And if you could rewrite the line for a modern Batman film, what would it be? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's debate the real origins of Batman's most famous words.